Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Loudwood Tarot deck is the Life Lessons card of the Green Woman, not the Green Man. Yesterday we had the Green Man show up and pretty much wanted to congratulate you on your journey. And, you know, he's very proud of the way you've handled yourself over this last challenge. And then he says, you know what? I'd like you to meet my better half, the Green Woman. All right, and she comes, walking out of the forest, and the Green Man introduces you to him. We haven't seen this card in a little bit, but the Green Woman, she breathes the divine word of life. Okay, so she is like the Mother Nature that's going on within the Wildwood Forest. Okay, the necklace that she wears is represents the sun throughout the year as it goes into the high point. From spring into summer, and then starts heading down at a low point going into, fall and winter. The cup that she has in her hand, or actually right in front of her, the vessel, represents the milk of love and the nurturing of the life force of all women. Okay, so, she really represents the nurturing piece of the forest. Making sure the plants thrive, making sure the animals thrive, making sure, everything gets fed accordingly. Whether that be thoughts, actions, emotions, and stability, right? And the Green Woman symbolizes pretty much the forest and the element of fire at noontime, more or less. She embodies the wildness and the green energy. And, she walks hand in hand with the Green Man, okay? So she balances the Green Man out. The Green Man balances the Green Woman out, all right? She represents the female side of the forest in the richness of, like I said, Mother Nature. Okay, she is the goddess of the land and challenges all to brave her tests. And, unbeknownst to you, the test that was there was talking with the court cards. The Green Man saw that, right? And, he looks over at his better half and says, look, this person that's on their path, they protected the forest. They've done everything I've asked them to do. They've carried that mantle of kingship along their journey. They've had those conversations with the kings and queens of the land and the knights, right? And there was some frustration going on. I don't know if you saw it, hon, but you know what? This person said, you know what? I'm going to walk my spiritual path my way, all right? And I appreciate everything she's going. And the Green Woman looks at him and says, I understand that. Just as you see everything within the forest, I see everything within the forest as well. The footsteps on where they lead, okay? The emotions that they carry from the path that they're on, okay? And I want to give out some of the gifts that I have, the gifts of love and the riches of the earth, right? And he goes, that is awesome, dear, because I've already given them the horn of plenty and the mantle of kinship and just told them to, walk with authority as they're moving forward, okay? So the Green Woman, pretty much puts her hands on you, and blesses you with a radiance that just gives you boundless energy, right? And, she shows you how you can be one with the beasts, with the King of Stones that just fell off, right? The King of Stability, the King of Security, right? How that Knight of Bows, as energetic as he is, all right, can be a little sneaky at times with the Fox. The nurturing aspect of the creative ideas with the Queen of Bows. So as she's giving you that opportunity to commune with all the animals, whether it be the wolf, the fox, the hare, the people that are the court cards that are coming towards you, all right, you're going to be able to commune with them on a deeper level, right? Because what that's done is she's given you the ability to form a bond, with those who seal that the energy in the forest. And you become attuned to what the forest is. Now let's take this to a concept level, at home. The energy that you have within your own family dynamics, all right? Once you become attuned to, your children, you know what their wants and needs are. Same thing with your significant other. You know what their wants and needs are. They, in turn, can, instead of taking all that energy, give some of it back, right? And have that revolving circle going on, right? Of love and joy and peace. And just, you know what? Maybe your joy is just getting hugs from your kids. Maybe that joy is, having an intimate conversation with your significant other. Okay? If you're doing this within a work situation, developing those bonds, with your co-workers, right? Understanding where they're coming from, being nurturing to them, helps you understand where they're coming from and they understand where you're coming from. So, this green woman, she appears at a time of rich nurturing and protection. Okay, so as you're moving forward, those challenges and obstacles that are in your, on your way, she's going to help protect you of them. Same thing with the green man. All right, she's of learning and an initiation. So there's going to be a time where you're going to be growing. There's going to be a time where you're going to, have to learn something. And when those loving relationships with others in the universe are at one, and they align with the earth soul, so your path is one of understanding with nature. Okay? You gain wisdom and knowledge with the life cards, life lessons cards. And with that, you become aware of everything that's underneath your feet, and above you, right? You recognize the wind for what it is. You can hear things on the wind. You can listen to the bird chirps and understand how they're feeling. You can see the buds on the trees as springtime's coming up, right? And you can just feel the love that's in the earth as it's moving forward, to touch you. And that's where she comes in play, this green woman, okay? But understand that with the blessing that she's given you comes responsibility. Just as the green man has that mantle of kinship, okay, she's giving you that responsibility of nurturing, of giving you that mother's milk to help feed others, to let them know of the love and joy and peace that's out there, right? And that's so you can guide and heal others on your path. Because sometimes the path isn't always about you. Sometimes the path is about helping others along the way. And what you learn from that, what you grow from that, where, the wisdom that you impart to others. And that's important, within your spiritual path. It's not always about what's best for you. Sometimes it's what's best for others as well, right? So learn from the spirit of the earth and be at one with the world and your true self. Because as you become more involved in your enlightenment and more involved in your spiritual path, the more you're always going to continue to grow. You're always going to continue to gain knowledge and wisdom. And as you do that, impart it on others. Be protective of this Mother Earth that we have. So that's the message out of the Wildwood Tarot deck, the Green Woman. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Give me a thumbs up. And this is D for a Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.